Hey, what's up? I'm out here at the park doing some grounding, taking a walk. Thought I'd bring you guys out here with me because it's beautiful, and I think it's probably going to be one of the last warm summer days before it starts to cool down a little bit. So, man, it's beautiful out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. What a better way to record a video than sitting in my bedroom. So, man, I was just thinking on my way out here, like, what am I going to say? What am I going to record? What's going to be helpful? What can I tell you today about my journey getting to the point where I'm at today that's going to resonate? I just want these videos to be helpful for you guys. That's my purpose. That's my goal in life, is just to make sure that I'm being honest about my journey, being honest about where I'm at today, being authentic, and relaying a message of recovery from benzodiazepines and psych drugs. I was on psych drugs starting when I was 17 till I was 34. And walking out of that fog was, my God. I was just reading something in the Ashton manual where it was talking about how when people come off of benzodiazepines, it's like the colors look more vibrant, sound better, food tastes better, your emotions come back, and you kind of feel like somebody turned on the lights. And that's exactly how I felt when I walked out of that fog in 2015. I felt a lot of other things too, a lot of other really bad stuff. But I also did feel like my soul had like a dimmer switch that was finally turned up. I'm very thankful for that, and I'm very thankful for that today, that I can experience life, the good with the bad, you know. I just want to be honest and tell you that, you know, from 2015 till right now, it's not been the easiest road. It hasn't been. It hasn't been the easiest ride. There's been a lot of very, very tough days in there. A lot of days filled with anxiety, doubt, depression, and wondering if I was ever going to be okay and if I was ever going to heal. So, as much as I talk about positivity on this channel, and that's all very true too, and that's all very authentic, it also, you know, would be, I would be remiss if I didn't also tell you that there's been a lot of very tough days in there. But if I didn't have those days, I wouldn't be able to identify with you guys who are in the middle of it and struggling and have been through it. I wouldn't have that shared experience with you to tell you that, you know, if I had just walked off of psych drugs and I never had withdrawal and I never went through that pain, torment, torture, agony that I went through, I wouldn't have the same basis of experience to share with you that I do today. And in a way, I guess I wouldn't be as useful to a lot of people, because only somebody who's been through it and has experienced it can really know what it's like. And so in that way, I'm grateful. I have gratitude for what I went through, that I can take that lived experience and now put it to use and put it to purpose. You know, it wasn't just in vain that I went through all that, and that I've gone through everything the past 7 years that I've gone through. Everything that I've been through, I can learn something from. I've learned healthier ways to cope, healthier ways to adapt. I've been stretched to the limits over the past 7 years in many ways. I still continue to stretch past my comfort zones and stretch further out into places where I'm very uncomfortable. But I continue to do it because I made that promise to myself in that treatment center in 2015 that if I ever got out, that I would do all the things in life which at one point had scared me and I would back away from. And thus, I would limit myself and I would limit my own potential. And I made the decision, the conscious decision, and I try to live up to it to this day, that I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing those boundaries. I'm going to keep doing the uncomfortable things because I know that that's where growth lies. And it's not easy. It's not easy to do for anybody, especially if your nervous system still has limits placed on it, like mine does. There's times when I want to keep going and I want to keep pushing my boundaries, and I can't. I physically cannot, and I've had to realize where my limits are. And I only find those limits by going too hard, too fast sometimes. But anyway, I'm grateful to have the shared lived experience because it's useful. It's useful today. And I just want to say that for everything that I've been through, all the hard days, all the extremely hard moments where there were times when I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep going, and I wasn't sure how things were going to turn out, I just want to say that at the end of the day, it's been worth it. It's all been worth it. I don't want to repeat a lot of those days, don't get me wrong. I don't want to live them again, but it's like, at some point, I accept that a lot of life is just hard. And I don't know what else to say other than there's a lot of beautiful moments in there. There's a lot of beautiful days on the other side of benzo withdrawal and psych med withdrawal. And it's worth it. My life today is worth it. It's not been in vain that I've gone through the tough stuff that I've been through. And this past year has been extremely hard for me, but there's also been a lot of growth. You never know when things are going to turn around for you. You know, it's just, it sounds so cliche. I hate to say it, that, well, just keep going. It's like, well, some people are tired of just keeping going. And they're like, no, I need something different than just keep going. And, sometimes you stretch out past your comfort zone and you find something else that gives you a little bit of peace or a little bit of joy or a little bit of hope to keep going. And then you keep going. And then, in my experience, I'm just walking back and forth. In my experience, a lot of times the relief or turning that corner comes at the 11th hour. At 11:59 on Sunday night, right before, you've got 1 minute left to go, and something turns around for you, or the thing that you were looking for, comes into your life, or whatever it is that you were hoping, the next symptom drops off of you, and you finally start to get some healing. It usually happens for me at 11:59. It never happens fast for me. I'm gonna go this way. So, I don't know. It's a beautiful day out here. I wanted to make a little bit of a different video out at this park. This park is huge. It's massive. It's huge. I'll give you a tour of this park sometime. I used to come out here last summer and meditate a lot, right underneath these trees right here. I think I have some photos on my Instagram from this little shady nook right here. But it's beautiful today. There's a breeze, the sun's out, and I think about moments like this where I feel peaceful, I feel good, and I think about where I came from and how far I've come and how much more I have to go. I just want you to know that if you keep going, I think that healing is there for everybody. All our timelines are so different. Don't compare your timeline to anybody else's. The hope, the relief, the healing that you're looking for, that you're seeking, could be right around the next corner. It could be. Speak to yourself kindly. Speak love and healing to yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would want a loving parent figure or guardian to speak to you. Words have power and energy to heal. It's awesome out here. I love you guys. If you have any ideas for content, let me know. Click the description and the drop down, whatever, something description box at the bottom of this video. If you're looking for coaching, email me, philosophicalfishing@gmail.com. Love to hear from you guys. I hope everybody's doing well.